Okay, this is a 1/2-inch screen. We could go out there on the big sluice box out in the middle. We can go with the 1/2-inch. We drop down to 3/8. And then for the smaller ones, for the folks that want to go smaller, we've got smaller screens. A lot of people like to screen their stuff before they put it through, because you don't want a lot of this big stuff going through some of this. So it's easier just to put it, when you screen it down, all that big stuff you just dump out. There you go. Did you get the half? Okay, can you go down to this one? Don't dump it yet. Now on this size screen, you get these little pebbles that size and bigger. This one here, the little stuff will go right through it. So it depends on what piece of equipment you're using or what screen you want to use on it. You got it? You got it? Hey. Okay, now I'm going to go backwards. Yeah, go ahead and dump those two out. Dump the other one out. Now this is pretty much, it's going to be pretty hard on this one. The screen on this thing is so fine. Okay, that not a lot of stuff's going to go through. We're doing this dry right now. We're going to fill the buckets in a little bit, and you see how much easier it is with water. So take your time on shaking that one. We're going to try to get some of the product through this, and we're going to dump it in here, and we're just going to go back up so you can see the sizes of them. What you got? Any in the bucket? Any in the bucket at all? Okay, yeah. A little bit, not much. Yep. Dump it over to this one. Okay, you see all the fine stuff's gone. It's leaving the rocks, the bigger rocks that won't go through this. Dump her in there. Okay, yeah. See, everything 3/8 and bigger is still in here, and you can dump it in the bigger one over here. Now, each time you do this, you can pan this out. You can pan this one out, you can pan this one out. It depends on what you're finding gold-wise in the area you're in. So if you've got really fine stuff, it will go through this, just like any of the rest of them. But you can, this stuff is pretty hard to pan out. It's pretty fine. That's pretty fine stuff. If that's black sand, it's really hard to pan out. It's pretty complicated for the beginner, but everybody wants to know how to use a classifier. This is doing it dry. We're going to go ahead and fill buckets up with water, and then you can see how easy it is with the water. So take this one here. Show the camera this stuff here. This is 1/2 inch down. You can see anything bigger than 1/2 inch. We know we're not going to get a big nugget out of here. So we're not that concerned about anything bigger than 1/2 inch. We'll talk about it. What is it, guys? Still a half inch screen on that one. Now what we did is we filled the bucket full of water. So there's water in here. And you see how much faster and easier it is with the water.
Wow.
Okay, there you go. All the fines. This is all the bigger leftovers. We call it overburden. All the fine stuff, that passes down in a bucket. Go ahead and dump the water out. Dump it out. Yep, just dump it out. There you go. This is what you want to pan out. So all the bigger stuff is gone. So this makes it a lot easier to pan. Are you ready to pan some?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, for the beginners, you don't want to go out there. You want a nice slow area. If you got a little pondy area where the water's not moving too fast, you want to get in there. We don't have the pondy area, so this is kind of slow. So you want to take your dirt and get it wet. Now if you try to stick your finger in there, it doesn't go very good. So if you shake it, you can see how the dirt moves. Put your finger in and shake it, and I go right to the bottom, that fast. So you got to get this dirt moving to get that gold to drop out. Now you see all the fine stuff goes right to the bottom. All the bigger stuff comes to the top. The more you get this moving, the easier it is for the gold to drop out. Once you get the gold down toward the bottom, you want to tip the pan a little bit when you shake it. And right down here is where the gold's going to collect. Okay, so let's pan some of this out. Okay, when you get down toward the bottom, you're going to have some little rocks. You can pick these out if you want. But with these angles in here, my gold is sitting right down to here. Throw the rock out. Okay, it can't get out. It cannot get out as long as you don't tip this thing all the way over. So you put your little bit of water in there and shake it back down the bottom. Now you might have a little gold up here, so you just tap the pan on this side. As long as there's water over the dirt. This will get your gold to start moving right up in that rib. And you just swirl around. All them rocks will come back down.
Oh, I saw some.
Okay, if you don't believe you saw any, do this again. You can do this as many times if you want. Get some sunshine here. You see all my bigger rocks went down. All the black sand's left up in here. That's all the black sand.
Yep.
Not a lot. Okay, this stuff, to me, I don't want. So I just get rid of it. Now, a lot of times you have a whole pile of black sand here, and you have to sit here and work it out and work it out. Brawn Manufacturing invented this fine sluice box. So all your black sand, if you don't want to pan it out, just bring it over here. Just let her go. That's it.
That's
the
it?
water, the nice flow of water will take care of it. And at the end of the day, we'll come back and see what we've got in this one. Now I'm ready to go again. I don't have to sit here and try to pan out the black sand.
Here. Okay, ready? Go ahead.
Okay.
Shoveling another pan in.
Okay, the uniqueness about this pan is I've got some in here, right? You can see what's left. Normally you put it in the other side, you pan it out. I'm going to keep going this pan. If there's any gold in there, I am not going to lose it. So we're going to put some more in here. As you can see, I still have about the same amount. I'm going to go ahead and put another shovelful in it, and I can go until my hands freeze in this water this morning. Okay, now we have a few bigger boulders, and as I said before, you just bring them over to the side right here, and you just slide these right out of this pan. Right there, you just slide them right out. So this is what we have left. Just a little bit right here, we're going to go ahead and finish it right out, get right down to our lighter and our black sand in this one. Little wave action on here. Get your dirt back out of the ripples, back down the bottom. Got one little rock. Okay, this is a little bit that we've got left. Out of 3 shovels full, this is what's left in there. Tap on a little bit. Get any gold right here to slide right up into that groove. Tip it back. And I'm sorry to say there's no gold in this pan.
Does that mean we move to another hole?
No, we use that thing you were talking about.